Well, welcome back to Life on Cars. Hope you're all well. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a little job on the Jaguar. A couple of my fantastic subscribers have been messaging me and asking about potentially changing the interior bulbs on the Jaguar XK to LED. So it's something I've been thinking about for a while as well, but I've been put off in recent years because I have bought LED bulbs, for example, for the number plate lights and things like that in the past, and they've not lasted very long, and then they've started flickering or they've gone off altogether. But maybe the technology is a bit better nowadays. So anyway, I thought what I'll do is I'll show you how to actually get the bulbs out, and we'll pop an LED bulb into one of the lamps and see what difference it makes. So come on, let's go. So the door ones are reasonably straightforward to remove. You can actually do this with your fingers. Just get your fingers behind the light unit like that and it'll come out. You'll see there's a connector on there which you can quite easily pinch together and take the lamp out. And I'm pretty sure these are a festoon, so you see there's just a tab that you lift and then the lens will come off. Yeah, it's a what they call a festoon bulb. So just straight across type bulb, like a bullet. I tell you what, they don't half get hot, these incandescent bulbs. That's one of the reasons I'm thinking about going for LED. Let's just pop this festoon bulb out of this door one and do a bit of a comparison. So just be careful if you are going to try and source some of these in LED, because there is festoon bulbs that are shorter. Right, so I've taken that out, and it's what's known as a C5 festoon, so you'd need two of them for your doors. It does actually say C5 on the bulb holder as well. So I've actually got one of those which I bought a while back with two SMD LEDs. So let's try that in and just see what difference it makes. But like I said at the start of the video, what I could do is some help from you guys, whether you've come across some of these that are good quality, and because my experience is these, all types of LED bulbs that you can buy for automotive, my experience so far is they don't last very long and then they start to flicker, and it kind of puts me off changing all the bulbs. But so I'm looking for a volunteer to give it a go and then let me know if it's worth it. By the way, sometimes these are sensitive to polarity, so if it doesn't work, try changing it around to the opposite way. Oh, they're a bit fiddly to get in there, mate. Get in. There we are. So I'll just line the two SMDs up. Let's see what that looks like then. So you do get a much cleaner, whiter light as one would expect. Yeah, it's quite bright. Right, we're in the boot now. Let's see what. I'm guessing this one will be the same as that. So we can just put a screwdriver in and flick it out. Yeah, it's another festoon bulb, guys. Just unplug it so you can see. Yes, remembering that the boot has two. Well, it does on my car. There's one on this side and one over there. Right, let's have a look at the interior. So you're also going to need a couple of these capless bulbs for underneath the footwell of the Jag. There are one on the driver's side. Just in front of that vent there, look. Put that in. Yeah, just next to that vent there. And again, they get really hot, these little 501s. So that's definitely a reason to have an LED one under the dash there. And get quite close to the foam padding as well. So there is one on the passenger side underneath here. Again, it's just near the vent. So there is a bulb in the glove box as well, just here. And again, if you use your fingers, you can just take the cover off. Just pops off. And that is also a little 501 pushing bulb. Dead easy. So there are some tiny little bulbs. They look like the kind of bulb that might have light the clocks up in a dashboard I've seen before, which are on the Vanity mirrors. So whether you want to try and source some of them, but I think I'd be tempted to leave them. They look a bit fragile to be trying to lever out, so my top tip would be to leave them well alone. So getting to these is a bit more tricky. You've got to basically carefully pry down the trim that goes all the way around. I had to do this when I was doing the headlining. Basically, you're going to bring the whole. You're not going to try and take this off. You're going to bring the whole unit down, like so. Just keep putting your fingers around the edge. Eventually, the whole unit will come out of the roof, like that. And then if you look up, you've got your two map lights are 501s, 1, 2, and the interior light is another festoon bulb. Right, I've just popped that interior festoon bulb out, the one from the roof. And you can see there, it's a much bigger bulb than the C5. So I'm just going to see if the C5 will go in, but that one is a bigger bulb. So whether you can source one that's a little bit wider in LED. I'm not sure. There's no markings on it actually, so I'm not even sure what type of festoon bulb that is. But as you can see there, it's definitely a bit wider than this LED C5 that I've got. Just be very careful when you're refitting this, because basically, can you see there are a couple of prongs that stick out of this part here and here and here. Now those prongs go into the circuit board there and there and there and there. So when you lift this back up, just be very careful that those prongs all align nicely before you push it back up into the roof. Alright, let's just recap then. So, festoon wise, you would need a set of 4 in total 38mm C5Ws. So that's 2 for the doors and 2 for the boot. And then you would need a 44mm one for the roof lamp, for the interior lamp up in the roof. Then for the project you would also need some 501s, RW 501s, and you'd need 5 of them in total. You would need 2 for the footwell, 1 for the glove box, and 2 for the map lights in the roof. So I mentioned earlier, one of the things that's been kind of putting me off doing a LED swap on my interior bulbs is my experience so far over the last few years when I've changed bulbs, like festoon bulbs, for example, on number plate lights and things like that, to LEDs. They've not lasted very long. They've either broken or they've started flickering. But doing the research for this video, I did come across this website here, Ring. Now, Ring is a company that I do rate. They've been making bulbs for a long time. Ringautomotive.com if you want to have a look. And I noticed they're selling LED bulbs with a 3-year warranty. So that's a step up from the norm, so that's good. However, unfortunately, from what I can see, they don't do a 44mm festoon, which you would need for the ceiling interior lamp, for the roof interior lamp. So yeah, you'd have to source one of them from somewhere else, because Ring don't sell them. I can see lots of other companies that sell them, but what the quality's like, I'm not sure. So you'd have to do your own research for that. And I think if I was doing an LED swap, I'd be going for 600K colour temp. So obviously you can get these bulbs in different colour temperatures when they're LED. You can get warm white, you can get cool white, you can get 4000K, 6000K. but I think I'd go for 6. So it'd be a really crisp white light, because after all, if you're changing your bulbs to LED, then you want the modern look. So 6000K would be my choice. Well, there you go then. I hope you got something out of that. And I'm still in two minds whether or not to change my bulbs to LED. I might start off with the little 501s that are underneath the shining down onto the floor, and maybe see where we go from there. Anyway, if you did get something out of it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button, because that really helps. And we'll be along again very shortly with more content on the Jaguar, or maybe on one of my other project cars or somebody else's car. Drive safely, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye, bye bye.